Hey, greetings everyone. Glenn Kellaway from the basement. It is Friday, February 9th, 19... No, it's not. It's Friday, February 9th, 2024. Now, I'm sure there's a ton of videos being made today, but so I just want to make some short comments and recognize the anniversary of the Beatles' appearance on the Ed Sullivan Show. February 9th, 1964. I was an 11-year-old kid. There are just certain amount of events, historical events you might call them, world events that take place that are etched in your mind forever. We all have them, whatever age we are and whatever era we grew up in. For me, the Kennedy assassination, I vividly remember from the first moment I was told he was shot by my grade 5 teacher, Mrs. Kingston, to watching it all unfold on TV, the funeral, Jack Ruby shooting Harvey Oswald live on TV. That stuff is etched in my mind forever, as a 10-year-old kid. Next, the Beatles on Ed Sullivan. Just life-changing event for me. Life-changing. In a personal way, probably the most life-changing. And then, of course, 9/11 is another one. I mean, they're just John getting murdered in 1980. They're just so vividly etched in your mind. Anyway, the Beatles on Ed Sullivan. The week leading up to that, a few days leading up to it, the weekend of Chum AM 1050 in Toronto, which was the #1 station in Canada that played top 40 music, the biggest signal. I don't think there would have been a bigger radio station in the whole country. All over it. Hearing Beatles, 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 especially that weekend. I vividly remember being in my uncle's car, him and I going downtown. I sitting in a parking lot. And my uncle he was the baby brother of my mom's side of the family. So he wasn't, when I was 11, he was probably in his 20s. So he was into kind of more like Elvis, and that's what he grew up with, all that stuff. So he would listen to the top 40 station, unlike my parents who were listening to the crooners station, whatever it was. So anyway, I vividly remember being in my uncle's car that weekend, and that Saturday we were downtown together, and Beatles, Beatles, Beatles. All excited to watch them on Ed Sullivan. That Sunday night, my parents and I went to visit my Aunt Marg, my Uncle Walter, and to their home. And I remember being excited all night long. Please let me watch Ed Sullivan. Let's watch Ed Sullivan. I remember them sitting on the couch behind me, the four of them. Me on the floor in front of the TV set, just like waiting to go. Ed announces, and here they are, the Beatles. And oh my God. All My Lovin's the first song they sang. And from then on, it was just, I had a Beatle brain. I did not think about anything else in my life for so many years. Crazy. Up until then, I was stuck listening to my mom's record collection of Broadway shows and crooners. And I did manage to have been listening to the radio and picking up things like Gene Pitney and stuff like that. So I was starting to develop a pop music understanding. And but the Beatles, that just knocked it out of the park. So that's all I want to say. Just what a terrific anniversary that is to remember. It just seems like yesterday, and it's 60 friggin' years ago. Wow. Okay, final finds. Oh, before I do final finds, channel announcement. As many of you know, I decided to leave our Wednesday chats. I've handed it off to Rob for his channel. He's hosting. And I love those guys. They are my brothers. Sam St. John, Rob Northern Revolutions, Alex Beer and Vinyl, and Jason Arsenault. I just I love each one of them so much. They're just incredible people, and I like watching the chemistry of those four at their ages and everything. There's just something there. I think they got magic in a bottle, man, and I think they're going to do really well. So, guys, just carry on. I'm happy. So, but I wasn't just going to just put my feet up and go, I don't want to do anything. I had something else going on in my mind trying to figure it out, and I think I've fine tuned it now. I'm going to do one on one live chats with someone who is as passionate about one particular artist as I am. So I'm going to try and do them weekly, if not bi weekly. Right now, Monday night, live at 7 p.m., Alex from Beer and Vinyl and myself will be going on a Frank Zappa journey. We're going to talk about what was the seed that was planted that got it interested in this wacky individual, the Gateway record, our collections. Frank has so many different bands and musical styles and eras all chopped up in his 35 years or whatever of creating music. We're going to kind of go over in that, try and help the beginner understand this crazy collection, and just hopefully do a really interesting, fun video. So Monday night, 7 p.m., please join us live. Now, I'm a bit concerned about the comments. So I'm really afraid that someone's just going to say, have you heard the new, Paul McCartney album or something? That's not what this is about. Like, it's focused on one artist. So I'm going to start with the comments on, and as long as we get questions about Frank Zappa related, I'm cool. But if we start getting all the thing, I'm going to have to turn the comments off until we're done, and then we'll maybe turn them on for a few minutes for some questions or whatever. But that's the plan. Second, I believe Sam St. John and I are going to do a Bob Dylan one. Still trying to iron out what to do there. I would really like to do a blues one with Jason Arsenault. We briefly chatted about it. Jason was excited. And John from Music Talk with John mentioned that he would mind doing one like Billy Joel, Elton John, Eric Clapton, named 3 artists. Now, I'm a casual fan of Billy Joel's and Elton John. As much as I understand the man's early career and had all the records and everything, it's not a passion for me, Elton. Eric Clapton is someone that I have been aware of since 1964, 65, and so I would love to do a Clapton one, but I was also thinking maybe John might want to do a jazz one, so we'll see. You get the idea. One-on-one, focus on an artist. I'm really excited about it. I hope it's going to be good. Okay, next, vinyl finds. I got 2. So I did a video the other day where I was showing my new heavy rotation albums that I stuck in there, and I put 2 Pretenders albums in there. I put their debut and Learning to Crawl. Forgot there was a Pretenders 2, and of course you knowledgeable fans corrected me and said you forgot about Pretenders 2. Well, I found this yesterday. Pretenders 2 for $8 used. Original sleeve, very good condition. On the, what kind of label is that? Sire Records. So very cool. I don't know how familiar I am with Pretenders 2. Now there are songs on here, obviously, Message of Love, I Go to Sleep, Talk of the Town, all songs that I know very well. But yeah, I'm now I've got all 3 on vinyl, the first 3. Very cool. Next, Peter Gabriel. The only Peter Gabriel album I have on vinyl is So. And I have kind of been keeping my eye out for some of the first, especially the first four originals. They all have the pictures, and they're called Scratch and Security and whatever else. I found this one, with the raindrops on it. It's got Salisbury Hill on it, and I believe this is his first solo album. Again, I got myself a nice gate sleeve. The vinyl, everything's in good shape. Needs a cleaning, I'm not going to lie. Atco Records. There's no scratches on it, but I do see a couple of smudges, so I got to run that through the old squeaky clean record cleaning machine before I play it. So they're pretty cool finds. That's all I got. Now, I want to talk about a record that I got a few days ago when Rob and I went to Zap Records and met up for the first time. My buddy Tim, who owns a store, I told him I was really getting into Burt Yanch, and he suggested this Pentangle album. The Pentangle, he says they got a great live album, and he had it. It was $15, double album, Sweet Child. I just want to tell you how much this album is blowing me away. First of all, the sound quality is fantastic. It's 99% acoustic album. It's kind of like Cream's Wheels of Fire. One of the albums is live, one studio. I've been devouring the live stuff so far. I got to delve more into the studio stuff. But, man, these guys are amazing. I'm 50 years late to the party. Frick, what a great record this is. Oh, it's folky. I don't know if you'd call the odd jazz overtone or undertone or tone, whatever tone you want to use. But just fantastic. I love it. And the sound quality is out of this world. The separation of the instruments. The bass is right center stage, and then the instruments kind of fan. Oh, it's fantastic. Great vocals, just great songs. I absolutely love this album. You know what I hate? Why do they do this? Maybe someone could. I'm thinking, I might know the reason, but I'm going to tell you what I think it is. Side 1 and side 4 are on the same record. 2 and 3 are on the same record. Why do they do that? Why isn't it just one record, side 1, side 2, the next record, side 3, and side 4? It just makes no sense to me. But I get the feeling back in the day, I mean, this album came out in like 1969 or something, I think. Back in the day, everybody had the spindles on their record players where you could pile records up and it would just play automatic and play the next record. It did a lot with 45s, but there was also a thing you could do it on long playing records. And I'm wondering if that's why they did it. So you could put record 1 on, and then the second record you could put side 2, and then the next one you could put 3, and then 4. You could flip them and do it. That's the only reason I could think of why anyone would do something so stupid. But it really drives me. Yeah, so that's it. I hope you'll join me on Monday night. I'll be back before then with another video. But please, make note, Monday night, 7 o'clock, the great Alex from Beer and Vinyl. I love this guy. Isn't he great? His channel, man. Go watch it. If you're not watching Alex, he is a natural-born YouTube music guy. He is just fantastic. So everyone have a great day. We'll talk later.